We're gonna sit, get comfortable. But I was making my music playlist this morning. I'm like all over right now. And I was like, oh, A Beautiful Chorus has a new song out. Let's hear what this is. And it was called Mercury Retrograde. And I kind of started laughing right when I saw the title of it because I was like, I think we're either just out of it or coming out of it soon. And I should have just used the song because it made me laugh out loud because it was like they're singing in these beautiful voices like, oh, basically they said get Mercury out of your mouth because you've just been a punk ass bitch. It has nothing to do with Mercury retrograde. To stop being a punk ass bitch. And it made me laugh because I keep blaming things on Mercury retrograde as far as like things on my computer and my cameras not working, which they didn't this morning when I taught my first class. And then I had to like think back to that playlist and I called myself a punk ass bitch. I'm Maeve, I'm a punk ass bitch, and I'm happy to be here with you today for some yoga. All right, take your hands behind your head, lift up, lean your head back. Breathe fully. Feel the expansion of your heart, your collarbones, even your rib cage a little bit, maybe your belly a little bit. The expansion of the breath. And then just slide your hands around to your shoulders and let your elbows kind of rest down a little bit. You don't have to hold them up super high so that your shoulders are not kind of jacked up toward your ears. We're going to take an inhale. I'm going to exhale to the left. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Keep going like that. I usually close my eyes here because otherwise I feel like I'm like darting my eyes back and forth, but if you're fine with that, that's cool. I do like to soften my gaze even if I don't close my eyes, just so it doesn't feel like I'm in a washing machine. Last round coming up. Come to center, let your hands rest on your thighs. Return to regular breath. And make your way onto your hands and your knees. And we're going to move our spine around. I'm going all in one direction, and I'm going to reverse that now. There's no right or wrong here. All I said was move your spine around. Come through center, cow and cat. One more round. Neutral spine. Tuck your toes, down dog. Come forward, right knee lifts up. Bring your knee out to the right, bring it across to the left. Out to the right, across to the left. Three more. Inhale back, open up your hip if it feels good. Go up high into your left toes. Push into the arms a little more and bring your chest and your thigh a little closer together. Right knee into your chest, right foot top of the mat. Left heel roots down, Virabhadrasana 1. Okay. I don't want to be a buzzkill here, but I'm just going to warn you. We're in a long hold here. We're in a long hold here. So, welcome the challenge. Embrace it. Decide how you're going to get through it. With your breath, with your positive attitude, or maybe just pure muscle, I don't know. Maybe all those things together. I like to move my attention around so that I start to build this full body connection, full breath connection, and fully vest myself in being here. And so I'm going to talk you through that, and you can ignore me if you don't want to hear it. Connect to your feet. Feel the base of the big toe, base of the pinky toe, center of the heel on both feet. And then draw the feet gently toward each other energetically. Feel your inner left thigh drawing back a little bit. Feel your right hip getting a little heavier and your sitting bone dropping down a little more. And then use your inhales to feel length in the spine and ease in the spine. Stretch the fingers a little longer and press the fingertips down, the palms down just a little bit. Not so that you're moving the arms down in space, but so that you're giving the arms more energy. Good. Your gaze can be wherever you want it to be, whatever feels good on your neck. I'm looking straight at you, but it might be out over your middle finger. That's the classical drishti for this pose, is over the middle finger. That's classical gaze. Drishti is gaze. And then working on finding a balance of energy throughout your body. So notice if one part of your body is just screaming at you, and see if you can let something else take over a little bit more. And so typically, we recruit these big muscle groups, like we're like quadriceps, yes, glutes, yes, shoulders, yes, check, check, check. Now how, when those muscles start to fatigue, are we going to keep some strength here? Straighten the front leg, reverse back, inhale. That wasn't that long, right? I mean, who's counting?
I feel upset that we seem so disconnected. I'm just angry with me, with you with who? How can it be? With something so
And can you take the same process here? So maybe this isn't as challenging as Warrior 2, but there's subtleties to it, and it starts to fatigue the body and the mind and the breath. Keep the breath steady. Keep the mind steady. A little positive self-talk, like, I've got this. Literally, that's my brain. So a lot of time when it comes out, like, you've got this, I'm like talking to myself too, because I know how I'm feeling.
But I need you now. And still you're here with me somehow.
Pick up your right toes, pivot them around. Right hand is going to come down to the ground. Left hand to the back of your hips. And just kind of move your hips a little side to side so that you can feel where your center is. Now, I don't need you to be rigid about holding this position. I just need you to be aware of it. And you're going to do your best to kind of find that position and keep the integrity of it, but without being rigid in your body. Maybe left arm comes up, maybe left arm comes behind the back and catches hold of the right thigh. And then if you're taking the half wrap here, what are you doing with the arm? Like, when you get your hand there, are you just then passively there? Or are you giving your hand a little bit of juice, maybe pulling the elbow gently toward your back and gently rolling the left shoulder open? Are you resting in the right hand, or are you pressing the hand down with as much power as you are with your feet? Finding a balance between the 3 points that are on the ground. Inhale, reach the arm back up if it was behind your back, and then release it down to the ground. Right heel is going to turn toward the middle of your mat. Left heel is going to do the same thing, and you're going to come into any version of Skandasana here. Yes. Very nice.
My jaded heart was held by you. You changed the shape of my youth. Numb to the hooks that you've pierced through my skin. I have loved you.
So in this format, in this vinyasa style format that we're in, this isn't like a restorative class. It's not a yin class. When we're in these poses for a lengthier period of time, we're not passive in them. We're still active in them, which means that we have to find a way to kind of parse out our energy so that we can sustain. It's also an opportunity to balance all that working stuff I was talking about with a sense of ease in the things that don't need to be working. Good. Bring your hands to the top of your mat. Step back, plank. Breath in and plank. Lower to your belly, exhale. Cobra, inhale. Cobra doesn't work. Pick another back bend. You're here for a few breaths. Pull your hands toward the back of your mat. Feel your shoulder blades move into your heart. And draw the fronts of the shoulders back. Feet pushing down. Legs really strong. Downward facing dog, exhale. Pause in your breath. Inhale, glide forward. Left knee comes forward. Cross over to the right. Back out to the left. Do that again. You're here for 10 in total, in case you're wondering how many we did on the other side. So long ago you probably forgot about them. I almost did, but I didn't.
Inhale, three-legged dog. Open up the hips if it feels good and bend that left knee. Lift really high into the right toes and take your chest closer to your right thigh. Left foot top of the mat. Right heel roots, warrior two. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, good, Jordan. If you need a break on the shoulders and the arms. Said we were going to be here for a while. Didn't mean you have to hold it the whole time. If you need a break out of it, you do what you need to do. Almost out. Straighten that front leg. Take it up and back. So good. Good. Pick up those left toes, left hand to the ground. Really, really well done. Right hand to your back of your hips, your sacrum. Just shift the hips a little side to side. Find your center. Balance between that left hand and the 2 feet. And then maybe the right hand reaches up. Maybe the right hand comes behind the back and catches hold of the left thigh or the hip or whatever you can get. And then staying awake and alive in all parts of the body. So not resting in the left arm, not being passive in this right arm if you're in the half wrap. You're really wrapped, let's be honest. Notice where your mind goes. Can you come back to your breath? Can you come back to sensation? And sometimes you can't. Sometimes you need to follow your thoughts, and that's okay too. Do your best not to judge that. Right arm up. Release it around. Release it off over into that left hip. Skandasana, any version of this pose. One more inhale. Hands top of your mat. Exhale. Plank inhale. Chaturanga or the floor exhale. Your back bend of choice. Downward facing dog exhale. Smooth out your breath.
You call me when I atone. Spend too much time here alone in the park of your own home.
Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look at your hands, bring your feet to your hands. Lengthen halfway, breath in, and then fold with your breath out. Rise all the way up to stand, inhale. Draw your hands to your heart, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale halfway. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Yes. Lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees, exhale. Feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway. Chaturanga, exhale. Rise, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, bend your knees. Look where you're going, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Bow down, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway. Chaturanga, exhale, take it back. Yes. Inhale, heart to sky, good. Downward facing dog, exhale. Fantastic. Really good. Inhale, lift your heels. Stretch your hips back. Look where you're going, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Yes, yes, yes. Bow down, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Hands to your heart, exhale. We're going to go 2 more times. I'm not going to cue you. If you need to watch, you look up when you need to. It's in you. You know this. Just move with your breath. We're going to go 2 full rounds, so we'll come back to Tadasana all the way through. And we're going to meet in Tadasana. So finish up. We'll take a few breaths here while you wrap up your round if you haven't. Inhale, reach up, right knee lifts. Exhale, standing splits. Enjoy a few breaths here. Maybe hold your standing leg with one or both hands. You're going to start to turn the hips open, bend your standing leg. Reverse warrior. Watch that right foot land back, all the way up and back. Side angle. Maybe arm on your thigh. Reverse warrior. Inhale. Side angle. Exhale. Reverse. Side angle. Reverse. Side angle. One more time, reverse. I'm going to hold side angle. Use a block if you need it. If you want, right arm comes behind the back. You can press the back of your hand into your left hip, and instead of yanking this elbow back, gently draw the shoulder back and move the elbow this way, like forward. Beautiful. One more inhale. Right hand comes down to the ground. Come up onto the right toes. Left arm expands open. Easy, easy twist here. Draw the feet toward each other energetically. And then maybe this left arm comes behind the back. Pivot onto the pinky side of your right foot. And then stack your left leg on top. So with the arm behind the back, if you've taken me up on it, the tendency is that you want to turn the chest up. Try not to. Try to keep the shoulders stacked. Try to keep the hips stacked. Release your hand down. Chaturanga. Rise, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right leg back, inhale. Knee to your chest, exhale, round the upper back. Take about 5 breaths here. Pull the shin up into the calf. Pull the shin up into the hamstring. Try to get your foot closer to your sitting bone. Place your right foot forward. Both legs straight and use blocks if it's helpful.
Wake up in a new day with sensation. Let go of my yesterday.
Good. You're going to start to lift the right toes. Bend your left knee. You're going to push off the left foot. Bring your left knee behind the right calf to the side. I'm going to sit down, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Your right hip does not have to be on the ground. FYI. Good. Use your back hand to lift your spine up. Good. Beautiful. So while your hip doesn't have to be down, let it get heavy, especially as you're here and your body acclimates. Maybe this left arm comes to the outside or top of that right thigh, and then maybe take your left hand to your left foot. You can always slide this right foot further forward. We have this idea that it has to be way back here. It doesn't. You can bring it forward. Actually, let's all do that. Let's all do that. Come out for a second. Take your right foot in front of your left knee. And then come back into the twist. And just see how that feels with a little more space. You might not like it more, but you might feel a little more spacious. You also might feel more rooted in your hips. That doesn't mean that you have to get your right hip down. It's okay if it's not down. One more inhale. Release to center. If you have a block, I want you to bring it with you. Foam is better. If you have a wood block, it might not feel so great. Inner thighs with the block. I like the middle height or the narrow height, depending on how tall you are. Arms at your side. Breath in. Exhale, feet any amount down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. This doesn't have to be big, and here's what's going to dictate your range of motion. Can you maintain your spine position? Or when your feet drop down, are you arching your back and kind of collapsing open, and it's like you're doing cat and cow here? That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for you to be nice and strong, contained, gentle pressure on that block. Broaden across your collarbones. Two more. One more. Really nice. Carefully, both feet down. Bridge your hips up.
Trying to feel alive, I never wanted to know. Till I saw that I was fading slowly.
Hips come back down. Knees come back up. Hands come behind your shoulders. Try to keep your shins parallel to the floor. Knees above your hips. Exhale to lift. Inhale, release. Exhale. Inhale. Release. Draw the knees in, remove the block. Stretch your legs forward. Navasana. Beautiful, beautiful. Really nice. Cross your shins, downward facing dog.
Voice in the sunrise, something to hold. I see white forming on both sides, only to go.
Lift your heels. Bend your knees, look at your hands, feet to your hands. Halfway inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Lift up that left knee. Exhale, standing splits. Whatever feels good here. Start to bend your standing leg. Spot your left leg, your hips start to open. Reverse warrior. Yeah. Side angle, exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's go one more time. Inhale. I'm going to hold this side angle. And we have it's not like the longest hold today, but it's a decent hold. So make it work. Arm on thigh, hand on block. Good. And then maybe half wrap. And so just like we did on the first side, instead of pulling this elbow way back, kind of soften the shoulder, roll it open a little, and then gently, it's almost like you're stretching your elbow toward your foot and then forward. And now reach up. Left hand comes around. Come up onto your left toes. And then twist open. Energetically draw your feet toward each other. Maybe this right arm moves behind your back. Come onto the pinky side of your left foot. And then stack your feet, stack your hips, stack your shoulders. Breath in. Bring that arm around. Exhale, your pathway to down dog. Smooth out your breath. Left leg stretches back, inhale. Left knee into your chest, round the upper back. Hi, mister. And then step the left foot forward. Straighten both legs. Hey, bud. You're going to start to lift the left toes, bend your right knee, shift your hips back. And then push off the right foot, bring your right knee to your left calf to the outside, and then sit on down. And we're going to do this exactly like we did it on the first side. So we first started with the leg pretty far back, using the back arm, lifting up, just feeling where you are in space, noticing where your left hip is. It doesn't have to be up, it doesn't have to be down, it doesn't have to be anything, it just is, right? And then, little. We're gonna slide this left foot in front of your right knee. And then we're just gonna take this twist as is. And if you feel very strongly about your twist being a certain way, then you'll go there now. If you're open to playing, you'll maybe stay here. You want a towel? Come here. Oh, look at that, mister. Kate always wants to get Halloween decorations. It's not my favorite holiday to decorate for. And I'm always like, but look, we have a Halloween kitty. What else do we need? This is all we need is a Halloween cat. I got him a skeleton this year, dressed in a partial tuxedo from CVS. It's really high end. That's about the extent of my Halloween decorations. Now Christmas, that's my thing. Hi, Diddle. Really nice. Come around through center. And come back down onto your backs. Here, you come over here. And again, if you have a block, let's get it. Let's get it. Back between your inner thighs. All right, hands behind your head. Shoulders curl up. Inhale, shoulders down, feet down. Exhale, curl up. One more. Take the block, move it to your shins, and then feet come down. Press your feet down, lift up. If this feels too narrow, this is borderline too narrow for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. You can switch your block to the really wide way here. I'm gonna do it just to feel it. Yeah, that's a much better spot for me. And I'm not excessively tall, nor am I excessively petite. I'm kind of in the middle. So for most people, this is, I'm gonna bet, be a good spot. Just a little outer calf pressing in. And gently releasing down. Knees come up, arms come out to the sides. I'm really quite compromised here with this cat situation. All right, God forbid I make him move. You're gonna drop your knees over to one side. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale to the other side. I'm running out of space, I think. Come back up. Your hips, especially the one on top, when you're over to the side, it's gonna lift up. We want that to happen, that's mobility. Your shoulders, however, I'm gonna ask you to keep them rooted down. And it doesn't matter where you place your breath, meaning you can exhale the knees to the side, you can inhale the knees to the side, you can exhale up or inhale up. However you feel the most supported is the technique I'm going to suggest you employ. You can kind of play with it just to see. I'm gonna come back into center, remove the block, rise up, Navasana. Beautiful. And then tuck your left foot toward your right hip. Bring your right knee on top of your left knee. Gomukhasana legs. I know this is just like a sea of black and it's hard to see what's happening here, but my right knee is on top of my left knee. If this doesn't work, find something else that does. It's literally that simple. If you don't have any idea what else to do, sit cross-legged or stack the shins, double pigeon. Okay? If you want left arm up, I hurt my left shoulder a couple weeks ago, so I'm going to be very tender with my shoulder. And it shouldn't take an injury, right, for us to be tender with ourselves. Be tender with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. This shoulder's tender. You can be tender or gentle with yourself if your shoulders are tender. That's a lot. That's a tongue twister, mister. He's looking at me like, stop talking. I know, I should just stop when I'm ahead. Option to bring this right arm behind. I'm not taking my hands together. You are welcome to do so. You can also use a strap. And you are welcome to move your torso forward if it feels good. Rise up. We're going to switch everything.
Where are you going? Rise up. Legs out wide. Okay, so listen. Today, this is like a really grounding practice. Some long holds, not a whole lot of flow. If you came in with high energy and you're like, where's my handstand? Where's my upward facing bow? I want to get some of this energy out. You have a couple minutes right here and you can do that. Otherwise, if you want to continue grounding down, trust me, I know. I've been a student in classes where I'm like, I'm ready to fly, where my arm balance is, and it's like, today we're going to ground down. And you're like, nah. Hopefully you made it through if that was your energy that you brought in. And just know that tomorrow there's another practice. But if you need something, I don't want you to push that down and ignore it. You have a moment here to do that. Rise up. Bring your left foot in. Reach for that right foot. You might not get there. Does not matter. You can give yourself a little leverage by pushing off that left. And then if you want, left arm comes up. And if you want, you can find your foot. Rise up, inhale. Send that left leg out. Bring the right foot in. Second side. Rise up. Beautiful. Okay, finishing seated in meditation or lie down for Shavasana. You choose. You could also take your legs up the wall. That would be really lovely, actually, but I'm not going to go there. Okay. I soften. Feel your weight. Let the floor catch you. Allow your breath to just take a natural rhythm, volume. Notice your thoughts, and if it's possible today, just tell your thoughts, your brain, I'll come back for you. I'm going to circle back in about 3 minutes. Allow your breath to deepen. If you're lying down, make your way to sitting. And once you're seated, bring your hands together at your heart. This is important. Honor yourself for getting on your mat today, for being here. And tell yourself that what you just did was enough. Breathe in. Bow your mind to your heart. Rise with your inhale, eyes open. Thank you for your practice.